The year is 2487, and the vast human empire has spread across multiple galaxies, conquering distant planets and civilizations. Wars between galactic powers have never ceased, and on a remote planet, a battle for survival takes on epic proportions. However, what seems to be a territorial dispute between human factions is, in reality, a game manipulated by cosmic forces that govern the fate of all beings. Asha, Kael, Vira, and Yarik are four distinct heroes, yet they share something in common. They wield weapons forged from a rare cosmic element. These weapons are not just instruments of war but ancient and powerful relics, connected by a force that transcends human understanding. Asha, a soldier of the rebel empire, wields the plasma sword Starfire. Forged with cosmic plasma, this blade can cut through almost any material and emit waves of heat and energy capable of destroying ships and entire armies. It was crafted to be a protector, but Asha feels her mission is deeper than merely defending her homeworld. Something within her calls for a greater journey. Kael, the rebel strategist, carries the oceanic veil, a liquid water shield that can create impenetrable barriers and refract light. He is not just a warrior but a leader who commands an army with cunning. War is his life, but what he does not know is that his role as a commander may be even more significant. He bears a burden far greater than he imagines. Vira, the silent warrior, wields the shadow blade, a spear capable of manipulating light and distorting it to create illusions and traps. She is a hunter, trained since childhood to survive in the shadows of war. Her role in battle is essential, but she also seeks something more, the truth about her lineage and her destiny. Yarik, the lone wanderer, possesses the celestial hammer, a weapon of immense power that can invert gravity around it, allowing him to unleash devastating strikes. Yarik lost everything to the Immortals, his planet was destroyed and he seeks vengeance. But upon discovering that his weapon is a cosmic key, he begins to understand that his destiny goes beyond personal revenge. When their weapons start emitting a strong glow and connecting, they find themselves inside an ancient temple, where a mysterious guardian reveals that their weapons are not mere artifacts. They are symbols of a cosmic connection, forged to unite the chosen ones and challenge the Conclave of Immortals. This revelation sets them on a path to fight not just for survival, but for the freedom of the galaxies. The group begins to understand that their weapons were not chosen by chance. They were forged from a primordial element, a cosmic substance that exists at the heart of the universe and connects all living beings. The Guardian reveals that these artifacts share a deep bond, a power that can only be unleashed when all wielders stand together. As the battle on Asha's homeworld intensifies, the four heroes start to feel an inexplicable pull toward one another, as if guided by a higher force. The weapons in their hands begin to glow with cosmic energy, and they realize they are the only ones capable of challenging the Conclave, a secret order of immortals that manipulates the fate of civilizations and controls war on a massive scale. But the truth is even more disturbing. The Conclave of Immortals does not merely observe galactic events, they create them. Wars, destruction, even the very feelings of anger and hatred between factions are all orchestrated by them. The conflict on Asha's homeworld is a manipulation, an experiment to assess how civilizations respond to chaos. To the Conclave, humans are nothing more than pieces in a cosmic game, and the protagonists are just another part of the puzzle. Their first major test comes when the group faces an army of immortal soldiers sent to destroy the last rebel stronghold. Surrounded and outnumbered, the heroes must learn to use their weapons in unison, combining their abilities in ways never seen before. The battle is fierce, but it is the collective power of their weapons that ultimately defeats their enemies. When they connect, an explosion of cosmic energy erupts, disintegrating the soldiers and creating an opening for their escape. After the battle, the group realizes that their weapons not only connect to each other but also have the power to alter reality around them. Each weapon carries a key to unraveling the secret behind the Conclave of Immortals. Now bound by fate, the heroes begin to question the true purpose of the Conclave and what must be done to free the universe from its manipulation. The heroes embark on a journey to uncover the true identity of the Conclave of Immortals and the origin of the weapons they now carry. They visit destroyed planets, where ancient civilizations once tried to rebel against the Conclave, and they uncover a disturbing truth. The Immortals are not just beings of immeasurable power, but cosmic entities that exist outside time and space. They are immortal, but they are not gods, they are something worse. As their journey takes them to a secret space station, the heroes face trials that test their very humanity. They begin to realize that the mystical weapons, forged in a distant past, hold the power to shape the future. But to do so, They must unite their strengths and trust one another like never before. The hardest test comes when Kael, the strategist, starts questioning the morality of their fight. He begins to feel a strange connection to the Immortals, as if a part of him is being corrupted by the cosmic energy emanating from the Conclave. Meanwhile, Asha struggles with her own responsibility as a leader. She knows that her sword, Starfire, is not just a weapon of destruction, but a key to victory, if she learns to wield it correctly. But the pressure is immense and she feels the weight of the universe on her shoulders. At the climax of this chapter, the group uncovers the truth about the Conclave. It exists to ensure that some civilizations are chosen to rule the cosmos while others are destroyed. The Conclave's power is absolute, but its methods are cruel. Now, the only hope of defeating them is unraveling the secret behind their weapons' connection, for they are the only force capable of challenging the immortality of the Conclave's leaders. What begins as a journey of personal discovery soon transforms into a path of unity, trust, and sacrifice. As the group travels among the stars, they start to realize the true magnitude of the power their cosmic weapons hold. However, with great power comes great responsibility. The weapons are not mere instruments of destruction. They serve an ancient purpose that the four begin to uncover. But only together can they unlock their full potential. The first great test of their unity comes when they face an immortal fleet, sent to exterminate them before they can reach the Conclave's central station. The battle against the Immortals is fierce and brutal. Kael, with his strategic mind, coordinates the attacks, using his shield, the Oceanic Veil, to protect everyone, creating barriers of water that become impenetrable against enemy strikes. Vira, wielding the Shadow Blade, manipulates light around her, turning invisible and striking from unexpected angles, disorienting the immortal soldiers. Yarik, with his Celestial Hammer, manipulates gravity to create gravitational traps, toppling entire ships and shattering enemy formations with a single devastating blow. Asha, with Starfire, leads the final charge, unleashing strikes so intense that they generate plasma explosions, wiping out any remaining resistance. After defeating the enemy fleet, the group begins to reflect on the true meaning of their mission. The weapons, though powerful, must be wielded wisely. Each hero starts to understand that their connection goes beyond a mere war alliance. They are part of a greater whole, and their destiny is intrinsically tied to the balance of the cosmos. Their journey is not just about defeating the Conclave, it is about restoring harmony among civilizations that, over time, have strayed from their own principles. Arriving at an isolated planet, once home to a prosperous civilization destroyed by the Immortals, the heroes uncover more about what is truly at stake. They find the remnants of a cosmic library containing fragments of ancient stories. These records reveal that the Conclave is not just a group of immortal beings, but the keepers of an ancient secret, one that involves the very creation of the universe. The Immortals are not simply seeking absolute power, they are trying to control the fabric of creation itself, determining the fate of all life and civilizations. This explains their relentless galactic wars. They are attempting to craft a perfect universe according to their own vision of order. On this planet, Asha has a vision that shakes her to the core. She sees the heroes united by their weapons, but she also sees a future where they become tyrants, controlling the fate of the galaxies just as the Immortals have. The vision is terrifying and she feels an overwhelming burden. She does not want their mission to end this way, but the fear starts to affect the group, sowing doubt and distrust among them. The heroes' journey to prevent the resurgence of the Conclave and ensure peace in the cosmos was far from simple. They had obtained the mystical weapons, but now they faced the challenge of dealing with the consequences of such power. The universe lay in ruins, with various factions competing for control of the relics and the restoration of their dominance. Some were still under the influence of the Conclave, while others sought to exploit the power vacuum left by its fall. Among the many civilizations, an unexpected group emerged. The Eternal Guardians, a secret alliance of sages and spiritual leaders, sought to maintain the balance of cosmic energies. There, Kael, Vira, Yarik, and Asha listened intently to the words of an ancient leader of the Guardians, Master Aureus, who spoke of a secret that could change the course of the war. According to him, the mystical weapons, beyond their immense power, were also a link between different cosmic dimensions. Each one had the ability to open portals to other realities, where they could find allies, or unknown adversaries. But that was not all. The Guardians knew that the power to control these portals was directly tied to the proper use of the weapons, and a single mistake could be catastrophic. The heroes began to grasp the complexity of their role. They were no longer just fighting the Conclave or the cosmic shadow. They were about to be entangled in something far greater, something that could determine not just the fate of their civilizations but the balance between all realities. To keep their enemies from learning the true potential of the weapons, their alliance with the Guardians had to remain secret, for any leak of information could be fatal. Tension rose as Master Aureus detailed the dangers of using the weapons recklessly. Then a shadow stretched across the room, a presence unknown yet eerily familiar. In an instant the room grew cold. The door creaked open slowly, revealing a face they thought they would never see again. It was an old ally, someone they had believed lost forever in the battle against the Conclave. But now he stood before them, his eyes distant, marked by time. His name was Vala, and his presence carried an unsettling air. How was he still alive? And why was he appearing now at such a crucial moment? The group was now ready to face the Conclave of the Immortals. They traveled to the core of the central station, where the leader of the Immortals, a being of incomprehensible power, awaited them. He revealed the truth. The Conclave had not only created the war but had also manipulated the very essence of the universe, controlling the cosmic flows that dictated life and death. They were the true architects of fate. The final battle was an epic struggle, with the heroes facing the Conclave's leader and his legions of immortals. Each hero wielded their weapon to combat their foes, but at the same time, they began to understand the greater power within their unity. The weapons connected in such a profound way that they unleashed a cosmic energy wave strong enough to dethrone the Conclave and dismantle the central station. But the true sacrifice came when the leader of the Immortals attempted to sever the connection between the heroes, breaking the unity of the weapons. In that moment, it was their trust and the bond they had forged that allowed the weapons to remain linked. Together, they defeated the leader and destroyed the Conclave, but in doing so, they also realized that there was no happy ending. The war would not be easily resolved. However, they now had the tools to guide it toward a new era. With the Conclave's destruction, the universe entered a state of renewal. However, peace did not come without its own complications. The various factions that had once been under the Conclave's control now sought the power of the mystical weapons, fearing that a new tyranny might rise. The heroes, now fully aware of their importance to the future of the cosmos, decided to withdraw to a remote region where the weapons could be safeguarded, ensuring their power would not be misused. They chose to hide the weapons in secret locations, places where their cosmic energies could be dampened by natural barriers. Kael, now wiser and more conscious of his role, took on the responsibility of monitoring these sites, while Vira and Yarik dedicated themselves to rebuilding the civilizations devastated by the war. Asha, with her newfound clarity of vision, began mediating peace between the galactic factions, having learned the value of compassionate leadership. But as they worked to prevent the weapons from falling into the wrong hands, a new threat began to rise. Forces that had survived the fall of the Conclave started reorganizing, planning a resurgence. These remnants, known as the Cosmic Shadow, were led by a mysterious figure, one who was revealed to be a former member of the Conclave. Someone who, for reasons yet unknown, had escaped destruction and now sought vengeance. The Cosmic Shadow was not just a military threat, it was also a spiritual force. They began hunting the mystical weapons, believing that by uniting them all, they could reverse the cycle of cosmic destruction and seize control of the universe. They knew that only the heroes and their weapons stood in their way. Thus began a new pursuit, where the heroes had to protect their legacy and ensure the weapons did not fall into the wrong hands. The journey to defend the legacy of the weapons took them to forgotten corners of the universe, where the memories of the Conclave still haunted the stars. They encountered lost civilizations, planets ruined by war, and societies still struggling to recover. Each encounter brought new challenges, but also valuable lessons about the cost of peace and the need to remain vigilant against those who sought to destabilize the fragile balance of the cosmos. The arrival of the Cosmic Shadows forces the heroes to reunite once more. They now understand that the battle against the Conclave was only the beginning and that the true fight for the freedom of cosmic civilizations is just starting. However, the Cosmic Shadows possess unique abilities. Not only do they command powerful military forces, but they are also immune to the effects of the mystical weapons. Vira, with her ability to manipulate light, begins to notice patterns in the Cosmic Shadow's energy. She identifies that cosmic energies are not just physical forces but also represent the universal balance between good and evil, creation and destruction. The key to defeating the Cosmic Shadows lies in restoring that balance. To do so, they must find the sacred sites where cosmic forces are purest. On a journey filled with dangers and betrayals, The heroes travel to these sacred sites, facing immortal enemies and cosmic traps set by the cosmic shadows to test their resolve. With each battle, they learn more about the power of the weapons and their deep connection to universal balance. They also realize that to defeat the cosmic shadows, they may have to make the ultimate sacrifice, possibly losing the very weapons they possess. Upon reaching the last sacred site, the group faces a dire choice. One of the heroes must sacrifice themselves to restore the balance permanently and ensure that the cosmic shadows can no longer interfere with the universe's fate. Kael, with his newfound wisdom, offers himself for the sacrifice, understanding that his personal journey of redemption has come to an end. However, his friends, now more united than ever, refuse to let him go alone. Kael prepares for the sacrifice, fully aware that his decision is the only way to ensure the power of the cosmic shadows is sealed permanently. He does not see this as an end but as the beginning of a new balance being restored to the universe. Asha, Yarik, and Vira, despite their willingness to fight to the very end, know that Kael's death might be necessary to prevent the cosmic shadows from destroying what remains of their civilizations. At the crucial moment when Kael is about to give himself up, something unexpected happens. The mystical weapons begin to glow with an intensity never seen before, as if they recognize the significance of his sacrifice. A mysterious force reveals itself, a pure cosmic energy tied to all the weapons transcending both destruction and creation. The connection between the heroes strengthens even further, and the weapons, guided by this energy, begin to act on their own, merging in a way never seen before. The cosmic energy releases a wave of power so strong that the cosmic shadows are forced to retreat. But at the same time, Kael feels his soul dissolving into the pure energy of the universe. He smiles, knowing that his decision was the right one and that his sacrifice was not in vain. With his death, the final piece of the cosmic puzzle is restored. The group returns to their civilizations, carrying with them the memory of Kael and the legacy of the mystical weapons. They know that while peace has been restored, war will always be a looming threat. However, they now possess the wisdom to face any challenge, together. Kael's death was a pivotal moment, not only for the heroes but for the entire universe. When he made his final sacrifice, the cosmic energies that connected him to the mystical weapons dispersed, creating a wave of light that reverberated across the cosmos. The power of his action was so immense that even the stars seemed to align, as if the universe itself was acknowledging the significance of what had happened. These weapons, once tools of immense destruction, were now symbols of restored balance. The factions that had once sought the power of the mystical weapons backed away, realizing that the relics were beyond the reach of any mortal. The cosmic forces had been rebalanced, but at a tremendous cost. Civilizations once devastated by war began to rebuild, never forgetting Kael's sacrifice. The people understood that without him, the cosmos would have succumbed to chaotic forces, leading to irreversible destruction. As peace began to bloom, the remaining heroes, Vira, Yarik, and Asha, reflected on what mattered most now, preserving Kael's legacy or moving forward to rebuild their own lives. They realized that the universe needed a new kind of leadership, a new kind of power. A new universal order slowly began to take shape. Vira, with her ability to manipulate light, became a spiritual leader, guiding the factions as they re-established peace. Yarik, once a warrior, now sought ways to prevent the weapon's power from ever being corrupted again. He formed a new guard of protectors, dedicated to ensuring the relics could never be used for destruction. Asha, with her clear vision of the future, traveled between planets, fostering peace and mediating conflicts, ensuring that war would never again control the stars. The mystical weapons, now scattered across the cosmos, were carefully guarded. They still held the power to open portals between realities and alternate dimensions, but only if the heroes deemed it necessary. Their control over these weapons was now absolute. No one could ever again attempt to dominate the cosmos using them. They had become symbols, not of power but of responsibility. The heroes reflected on the void left by Kael, understanding that true peace could not be achieved through strength alone. It required understanding, acceptance of sacrifice, and the choice to work together toward a more harmonious future. The cosmos, once on the brink of destruction, now pulsed with renewed life. The stars shone brighter, as if the universe itself was expressing gratitude for the heroes' efforts. And though the battle against the cosmic shadows had ended, vigilance remained necessary. The scars of war were still visible in the many civilizations that needed to rebuild. The fight for harmony would never be easy, but now the heroes knew they had the strength to prevent darkness from returning. Now, with the universes more connected than ever, and with the weight of responsibility on their shoulders, the heroes continue their journey. They know that at any moment, a new threat may arise, but they are certain that, together, with Kael's sacrifice as their guiding light, they can uphold the balance and peace they fought so hard to achieve. Did you enjoy this epic journey of sacrifice, unity, and adventure? If this story moved you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. The universe is full of stories waiting to be told, and with you by our side, we can continue exploring these incredible cosmic adventures.